2 league title may be wrapped up, but there's still plenty to play for in these games this evening. Parmesan Belgrade versus Scrandinavia, Flaberdeen versus Parmesan Belgrade, and Scrandinavia versus Flaberdeen for you today in the highlights. Looking at the Scandinavia team, first of many teams that are suffering a low attendance this week with only 4 players, the captain Chopper, Callum, John, who is a new member to the league, we welcome in, and return of Craig. They'll have 4 players and will need to take on loanees from other teams and suffer the penalties. Looking at Flaberdeen, the second team in this week that will have a low attendance, they also only have 4 players, with Jordan, Paul and Des returning and David making his Fat Fives debut this evening. They will also be relying on subs from other teams and also will suffer from the penalties from taking those subs in for their games. Lastly, Parmesan Belgrade are able to field a full team but only at the minimum amount, therefore they will not suffer any penalties, but they will be pushing the members that they have available to go through all the games. Gareth, Ryan, Bernie, Richie and Ionis all line up for Parmesan Belgrade, desperate to get points this week. Turning attention now to the league table, we obviously have the league secured by Scrandinavia, which was done last week in previous highlight videos. Flaberdeen and Parmesan though are still battling for second place, and with 3 points only between the teams and Flaberdeen suffering penalty points for subs this week, who knows what will happen. Opening game of week 9 sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Scrandinavia. Scrandinavia, now champions of season 2, are looking to keep their reputation and to play well for the rest of the season, while Parmesan here are looking to get points to close the gap on Flaberdeen. Parmesan in white, Scrandinavia in red, and early on we can see Parmesan Belgrade coming forward. You can see their intent to try and get the 3 points from a weakened Scandinavia team this week that can only field 4 players and will occur penalties from bringing subs in from other teams. Bernie now in the corner with Jordan on loan from Flaberdeen, battling well there, plays it up to Richie. Jordan there with the interception, looking to play John in, who's making his debut this week, and we welcome it to the league. Ball goes back to Ionis and the attack breaks down. Gareth now taking on Craig and manages to get past. Now taking on Cal and is now past Cal. Jordan comes across to try and close down Gareth. Gareth forced to retreat back with the ball. He's looking for options now and finds Rich in the middle of the pitch. Craig with some good battling, but Bernie picked up that loose ball. Interception there by Jordan, finds its way to Richie though. Richie playing that ball across, and Gareth can't make the great connection on it, and it just goes wide there. Gareth playing in Bernie, but John's picked up the loose ball, and John is on the attack here. Looks to play in Jordan. Jordan tries to get past Richie, but Richie gets the vital block in and ends that attack. Craig now looking to bring the ball under control, but Bernie is pressuring well. Craig does make some space for himself, finds John. John on the turn, looking to shoot, but actually is now looking to find a pass, finds Craig to Jordan. Jordan now up against Bernie, trying to make some space, tries to play it to Craig, but Richie's got it, and Parmesan come on the counter-attack now. Parmesan coming forward, oh, and a great save there by Chopper, getting down low with a strong hand to bat away. Bernie coming in, can get a connection to it, and the ball ends up in Chopper's hands. Now we're in the Parmesan Belgrade half. Scandinavia looking to come forward, but the ball is bobbled about and Parmesan pick it up looking for the counter. Gareth now tries to chip it across, but Craig gets the block in, and Gareth makes some moves there to get past Craig. Long beautiful ball over there to Ionis. Ionis playing it across off a Chopper, and Richie's there to pick up the loose ball. Chopper with the initial save from Ionis' cross there, and it cruelly bounces off of Jordan. Jordan had no chance there to get the ball under control as it bounced off the keeper and straight to his feet, and it landed perfectly for Richie with an open goal to finish it off. You can see there the ball bouncing off a Chopper. Jordan has no time to react. The ball bounces cruelly off him and lands at the feet of Richie with the open goal there. 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade, and with the sub penalties for Scandinavia, that puts Scandinavia -3 as Parmesan look to come forward to make it worse for Scandinavia, and Richie takes full advantage of the counter-attack with Scandinavia pushing forward and applies a deadly finish into the corner there to pile the misery onto Scandinavia already in this game. Great interception there from Gareth. coaxes Craig to come in for the tackle and then plays it across to Richie in space, and Richie finishes like Richie does, without a doubt, placed perfectly into the corner. 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in a game that they need points for. Scandinavia can take some solace that even if the game goes pear-shaped today, they still have the title, but Parmesan Belgrade need the points in order to close that gap to Flaberdeen. Burnley coming forward now for Parmesan, but Cal has intercepted. Cal has options, plays it to Jordan, and a great save there by Ryan with the feet to deny Jordan. Gareth now with the ball. Gareth trying to find some options there, but Jordan closes him down. Gareth now again, still with the ball, no pressure being applied to Gareth with the shot, and just goes wide there. Scrandinavia just standing watching Gareth there doing nothing, and he took the shot after being invited to by the Scandinavian defence, and it just went wide there. Cal trying to play it across to Craig, but it's landed at Richie's feet. An interception there, no, though, sees Scandinavia getting the ball back, and Jordan is forced back to play it into his defence and to his keeper. Parmesan Belgrade now looking to come out. A ball to Richie in their defence. Lovely little pass there from Richie to find Burnley. Burnley with the 1-2 to Richie. Richie, can he finish? Yes, he does! Great finishing once again there by Richie. Lovely 1-2 play between Richie and Burnley. You can see there Richie flying past the camera, through on goal, sees Chopper going down, sees that open near post corner there and places it in, and it's 3-0 now for Parmesan Belgrade. They have been relentless in this game. Scandinavia barely had a chance on goal. It has all been Parmesan Belgrade, especially after the disappointment of last week with that drubbing from Scandinavia. Parmesan have turned up as a completely different team. As Richie to Burnley, and the 1-2 was almost on there, but John came across and managed to snuff that out. Trying to play that ball out to John, but it's not done successfully. It landed at Gareth, but John has won the ball to his credit. Plays across to Chopper. Chopper not reacting quick enough there, and you can see the disappointment on John's face, but the ball comes back to John, and he gets the reply and finishes it, and Scandinavia have a reply in this game. John having this ball out in the wing, plays it through the legs of Jonas. Chopper not reacting quick enough there. It looks like the attack may be over, but Burnley's not pressuring enough there. They don't realise that John is still in space at the back post. Great ball there across the box. John's reactions top notch, and the debutant gets his goal. 3-1 now to Parmesan Belgrade, and with the... Oh, and as I can say that about the score, Gareth has made a goal there for Parmesan out of nothing. 4-1 to Parmesan Belgrade now. Lovely ball there from Burnley to find Gareth. Chopper comes, tries to apply the pressure, but Gareth stays cool, calm, collected, and a fantastic range shot there from him to make it 4-1. As I was going to say with the aggregate score, that puts it at 4 and -2 between the two teams. And Jordan there with the shot, Ryan puts it over the goals there. Block there from Gareth from Jordan's shot, takes that chance away. Jordan has won the ball again. Got pressure from Gareth there. Jordan trying to find an option, finds Paul, the other loanee from Flaberdeen for Scandinavia today, and the shot straight at Ryan, who collects it well. Quick roll it to Gareth, but John has detected that and tries to apply some pressure, but Gareth with some fancy footwork there, making some space and finding Jonas there for support. Ball up to Burnley, and the ball's been lost here. Jordan's won it well. Jordan coming forward, options, doesn't need them, and finishes that off for Scandinavia, paying back the debt for the sub loan. Scandinavia will be delighted with Jordan's effort and application so far in this game. Jordan doing some great battling there with Burnley in the middle of the pitch, and a fantastic shot there goes into the corner, and nothing the Parmesan Belgrade keeper can do about it. 4-2 now, and that's 4 -1 on the aggregate. Scandinavia, a long way to go to get anything out of this game. It may be too much for them to do today. Cal playing that ball quickly out to John from goals. The ball has made it into the corner. Jordan there support John. John now trying to take on Jonas. John now, lovely footwork from John, great control, running out of options though, and the save there from Gareth, and Jonas makes sure it gets into the goalkeeper's box. Chopper now, out wide with the ball, looking for some options here, tries to cut in, but Richie with a vital interception there, plays it back to his goalkeeper, as Scandinavia try to get themselves organised here. Gareth knows that Parmesan have the advantage and can eat up a little bit of time here, and he's done so cleverly because it's meant that Ryan's found Richie, and the finish there from Jonas, as I'm still describing the build-up. Fantastic there. Ryan finding Richie, Richie taking the shot, it goes over, bounces off the boards there. Jonas picks up that ball, Chopper comes across to try and apply pressure, but absolute creativity there from Jonas, and that man should be pleased with that finish into the opposite corner. Unorthodox, but Parmesan Belgrade won't care. It's 5-2 to them on the pitch now, as Paul on loan plays it back to Cal in goals, and Scandinavia can start again with John here. John trying to find some options, not much happening there. Paul makes the run, Ryan is covering Paul's run there. Paul does win it, finds Jordan now. Can the ball be played across to John? Oh, and it's just in the box there, and it's a play on from the referee, and Richie's picked up the ball for Parmesan Belgrade. Chopper pushes forward to try and apply pressure, but they are just knocking that ball around, toying with the Scandinavian players now. Burney taking on John. Burney finding Richie. Another pass back. A lovely chip ball there to Jonas. Jonas with the ball in. Burney with a touch. That is fantastic play there from Parmesan. Lovely football there. One touch stop. Switching it about there. No chance for Scandinavia to do anything about it. They are just standing watching, as that's a missed kick from Jonas, but you could claim it's a fantastic pass. And the touch there from Burney gets to go. And look at Chopper's face there. He is just in disarray here. Doesn't know what to do with his team. It's 6-2. And as I said last week, Parmesan were on the end of a drubbing from Scandinavia. The tables have now been turned in this one. It is Scandinavia that are getting the drubbing. Jordan plays up the Chopper, but the shot is blocked, and Gareth makes the save now as the lights come on and the sun starts to set as darkness comes in. The game continues on here. Parmesan, lovely play. It was shot there by Burney, blocked. Chopper pick up the ball, but he's got Richie now. Richie going with Chopper, and that's a tame shot there from Chopper. Thought Chopper was going to take the shot early on, but decided to go wide with it. Jordan now trying to apply some pressure to Burney, but Burney plays it back to Gareth in goals now. And once again, Parmesan Belgrade are in full control of this match. They can afford to eat up time here. It's Scandinavia that are desperate. And there's Richie with a run. Chopper can't stay up with them. And Richie gets another goal to make it 7-2 to Parmesan Belgrade, and Scandinavia are in 6s and 7s here. Parmesan Belgrade doing great work holding up that ball, eating that time, drawing in Scandinavia, making them unsettled, and then just a simple 1-2 ball down the wing there, and it gives them the 7th goal. Quick shot there just after kickoff from Gordon, but Burney there scooping that ball away with the foot save. And the ball is now in the Scandinavian half. Can Parmesan get another goal here? Jonas, lovely footwork there. Tries to play it back to Richie, but doesn't quite get there. And Gareth will collect that ball in the Parmesan Belgrade half and play it back to the keeper safely. Gareth now with the ball in his half, trying to direct the play here, but he knows that time is on their side. Parmesan Belgrade have the advantage here, but he's found Ryan. Ryan's found Richie. Richie trying to play up to Jonas, and Jonas does have the ball as Craig applies some pressure, but it's lost now. Chopper with the ball, trying to take on Ryan. He's got Jordan there for support. Chopper with the shot. Oh, Chopper with the goal there. Great goal there by Chopper. It will be for naught, because the distance is too far, and with the limited time remaining in this match, I doubt it's going to make the biggest of difference. But good play there by Chopper, picking up that ball, taking on Ryan, had the support in Jordan but didn't need it, smashed it across the goal, and Burney can only stand and watch as the score is 7-3 on the pitch, 7-0 aggregate. There is no way Scandinavia are going to get anywhere near 7 goals with the time that's remaining in this match, so this definitely looks like a Parmesan Belgrade win. It just depends on whether they can keep the back door shut and not concede any more, or if Scandinavia themselves might leak extra goals. Cal up against Gareth. Oh, and the referee is saying play on. The game has continued on. We'll have a quick look at that in a minute once the play stops to see if there was a foul there. Richie intercepting that ball, finding Jonas. Jonas, lovely footwork there. Jonas has just improved week after week in this league. And the ball goes across into the hands of John. Cal up against Gareth. Little touch there from Cal. Oh, Gareth, a bit of a dive there. There's maybe a touch early on, but he's definitely tried to make the most of that. But it doesn't matter. The referee has waved play on there. And Ryan with that opportunity, but can't make the connection to the ball right in front of to go and can't put John under pressure in goals. Richie holding the ball up now, tries to do a little dink there and it doesn't come off there. John now with the ball for Scandinavia. Poor roll out to Craig. Craig has lost that ball. Richie to Jonas. Jonas with the shot. John with the save. Ryan with the shot. John with another save. And that will be it. Parmesan Belgrade with the win there. 7-3. Fantastic performance from them and well deserved. Game 2 of Week 9 is the highlight game of this week. Parmesan Belgrade versus Flaberdeen. Parmesan Belgrade in white, Flaberdeen in blue. And this is the battle of the week. This is second place versus third with a difference of only 3 points, so there's everything to play for here. Flaberdeen have the lacking of team members and so will be hit by penalties for subs for this. So the advantage already is going to Parmesan, but can Flaberdeen act upon this and be able to keep their second place? Early on we can see Jordan battling to try and get some early shots in. Finds the ball out to Des. Des letting that ball run up the wing there. Tries to play it across. No one in the box to receive. And it goes safely back to Parmesan Belgrade goalkeeper. Burnley now coming forward. Playing it to Richie. Richie with a shot. But David on his debut making a great save against Richie, who has already been lethal this weekend for Parmesan Belgrade. Burnley now playing that shot to Gareth, and Gareth once again can't quite get the connection on that great ball there to put it away. Ionis pick up the ball, trying to play into the middle. Gareth now with the block from Jordan, and David will pick that ball up for Flaberdeen. Rolling it out to Jordan now. Flaberdeen looking to get forward. Chopper there on loan from Scandinavia trying to make the run, but Jordan goes himself, so tries to play it through the Des, but it's blocked by Richie. Gareth now with the ball. Gareth with a shot. Another great save there by David. Two early chances for Parmesan Belgrade, and David pulling off some great saves, showing his worth on his debut. Richie now with the turn, and just wide there. And amazingly, that we don't have a goal in this game yet. Parmesan coming forward again. The attack from them is relentless. Gareth taking on Des. Seeing Ionis with that run. Lovely touch there by Ionis, but it can't make it through the Burnley. And Jordan looking to spring a counter attack. Jordan trying to find some space around Richie, but there is no options there as Des comes through. Des with the touch, but he's lost a little bit of control. Takes the shot, and it's just wide there. Richie will pick up the ball, and Richie ends up kicking the boards there. He's okay, he's not hurt himself, and the ball goes back to the goalkeeper. A very unlikely thing to see, a rarity from Richie to see hitting the boards of the ball. Chopper now with the ball, tries to take that shot early and quickly there, but it goes wide, and Des can't get good connection on it for another chance for Flaberdeen. The ball goes out to Richie now as Parmesan come forward, but Chopper there trying to play that ball back to the goalkeeper, but Jordan has picked it up and now lost it to Ionis. Ionis now with the shot. Oh, good save there by David once again, keeping Flaberdeen in this game. And Burnley picks up that ball away from Jordan there, plays it across to Richie. Chopper comes across now to close down the 1-2 there that we've seen already. Richie with the shot, just wide. Thought that was going to be a goal, would have put money on that being a goal, but it's just went wide the post there. Gareth now again going wide. Parmesan are having attack after attack and can't put it away. Ionis there to Richie, and David with a save. Flaberdeen are doing some okay work defensively, but their goalkeeper David, fantastic keeping them in this. But Parmesan keep going and going with the shots, and the ball is rolled back to Paul in the Flaberdeen defence, and Paul's got his foot on the ball looking for options, sees Jordan there in space, plays it out wide. Jordan trying to take on Richie, trying to take on Jonas, and Ryan with the save thinks it over. Gareth seeds it back. Relentless non-stop stuff there from Parmesan. Chopper now for Flaberdeen coming forward, but that's a bad ball, but Jordan does cover him and make up for his mistake there. Jordan now looking for options. Chopper tries to provide, but Jordan looks to play it forward to Des. Des trying to find Paul. Paul can't get that ball into control, and after the bobble about, Parmesan come forward with Richie. He's past Chopper. Richie with a shot, and finally Richie breaks the deadlock here for Parmesan. It was only a matter of time for Parmesan to get a goal. Whether that would be the first or a reply, we wouldn't know. But Richie there, dinking it past Chopper there, making some space, and then playing that ball through the legs of David. Unfortunately, after some great goalkeeping performances there from David at the start of the game. 1-0 now to Parmesan on the pitch, and that's 1-2 in the aggregate due to the sub-penalties for Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen needs to get into this game and get into some games to some goals soon. in order to find anything out of this match. And David once again keeping Flaberdeen in. If David keeps saving the shots, it does give Flaberdeen a chance to get into this, but they have to take advantage of those saves. They have to get up the pitch and get the goals in order to make the saves worthwhile. Jordan now, looking for options, plays it across to Des. Des lets that run across there. Ionis comes to try and block down. Chopper pick up the ball off the board and goes backwards at it to make sure they keep possession. Trying to play the ball through to Paul. It's a little bit off, but it does find Paul there. Chopper trying to come across and make some options, and Gareth reads the ball well and intercepts. Ryan to Gareth. Gareth now with some space. Chopper tries to apply some pressure. Gareth looking to get past Chopper. Chips it over. Lovely ball. Finds Richie. Richie with a shot and just wide from Richie there. Very unlike him. A few chances early in this game going wide. Des now playing the ball out, and Flaberdeen have made a substitution for Chopper for Cal, who's also on loan from Scandinavia, and the save there from Jonas from the shot. David now out of the goals, looking to find some player to link up to, finds Jordan. Jordan now with the ball, trying to find David. David's missed it there and it's going all the way through to Gareth. Gareth rolling it back, making some more space, using some lovely footwork there to draw players in. Going down the wing there, has two defenders on him. And there's the run from Richie that hasn't been seen, and Des with the save, and David comes away with the ball still. Flaberdeen looking to counter now, thought it was going to go back to the keeper, but here comes the attack. But Richie does get a touch on that pass from Jordan, and it's snuffed out. Richie now to Gareth. Gareth over the top of the goal. Richie picks up the ball though, flicks it across, finds Burnley with the head to Gareth. Gareth now looking for a run, plays it in, and Paul will play that back to the Flaberdeen goalkeeper. Amazingly, only 1-0 on the pitch just now. Maybe there's some more goals to come. We don't know. We'll just have to see. Paul now try to play the back heel, but Ryan snuffs it out to Gareth. Gareth with the back heel now. Save from Des. Cal doesn't get out to it, and Richie picks up the ball. And there is the second goal there. 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade there. Ryan playing that ball across. Gareth getting in front of Cal there with a cheeky back heel. Des saved it there, and there's a bit of ball watching going on here as Richie comes through. Cal tries to come across the block, but it goes through the legs of Cal, and that's 2 goals to Parmesan Belgrade there. Paul now with the ball for Flaberdeen, looking to get forward. They need to get a goal quickly. Gareth there, it looks like he's okay. Bit of a challenge there, but didn't get the ball. All fair play on. He's up again, moving, and with the ball now from Richie. Gareth trying to play it across, goes, takes the shot. Des with the save, and Paul with that ball looking to come forward up the line to find Cal. Cal now looking for support here as Ryan takes him on. There's some support there in Jordan. Cal trying to take on Richie and loses out there. Plays it through to Gareth. Gareth now finding Richie. Richie with a shot, and Richie with the 3rd goal for Parmesan and his own hat-trick. 3-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this game. 3 goals to Richie. Big credit there to Gareth for holding that ball up and also knowing and seeing that run with Richie happening behind him and playing it through. This game is starting to edge away from Flaberdeen now. Des with the ball, trying to find Jordan. Finds Jordan. Jordan with the early shot, and Jonas with the save, and it goes up and over out of the pitch. Parmesan now coming forward with the ball with Gareth. Gareth again trying to direct the play, trying to instruct where he thinks the runs need to be. Through to Burnley, great ball on the flick there, and unlucky from Burnley. Fantastic pass once again from Gareth, playing out of his skin this week again. Maybe not as much goals as previous week, but the link-up play from Gareth has been fantastic, and Burnley unfortunate there. But Burnley has the ball, looking for another chance, and Richie didn't react quick enough to it. Ryan will still pick up the ball though, so Parmesan have it, but it's been... Nope, Richie has picked up that ball from Ryan. I thought it was going to be lost to Paul. Jonas quickly plays it out to Gareth into his own defence and then goes back to Jonas. Jonas playing it across to Ryan. Ryan trying to find the 1-2 for the run with Richie. Richie will go back and pick up the ball. Plays the 1-2 with Burnley now. That's spot on. Richie now with the shot. Richie with the 4th goal for Parmesan Belgrade and the 4th goal for himself. He has been unstoppable in this. Although, as I pointed out, unlike him, a number of shots early on in this game were going wide and a couple of saves as well. But he's managed to keep going and be relentless and get his 4 goals as a reward. It's 4-0 now on the pitch to Parmesan Belgrade, and we do not have the greatest amount of time considering that. Oh, and as I say that, the shot goes wide there from Jordan. As I was saying, we don't have the greatest amount of time left in this match, considering that Flaberdeen at this point will need 6 goals. There's not been much goal-mouth action for Flaberdeen to get too excited about here as Richie comes forward, playing the ball to Jonas, and Jonas there can't get a good connection on it. The ball is not being picked up by Flaberdeen now. Parmesan are happy to let Flaberdeen have the ball, knowing they've got that advantage. And Des plays it to Paul. Paul now, through on goal. Paul! Oh, and the shot just wide there from Paul. Couldn't get it on target there. Jordan picks up the ball in the Parmesan defence, tries to play past Ryan. Jordan still has it in that corner. He's getting that space from Ryan, but can't find a teammate to help out. And Cal will pick up that ball down the line. Jordan coming all the way back. Credit to Jordan, running all the way back to try and play it. Oh, and a great ball there from Cal, and Paul just can't quite get the connection on it. Paul trying to find Jordan, does find Jordan. Jordan now with the shot, just dragging it wide there, and Jonas will go and pick up that ball that's loose. Chips it down the line. Clever ball there from Jonas. The back heel there from Richie. Sublime. Finding Jonas again. Jonas. Oh, cannot believe that. Some fantastic play there from Parmesan once again, and the ball just hits off the post there from Jonas. Incredibly unlucky in this game as Des tries to take a shot on goal, and it just goes wide of the goal for Gareth to pick up. David now in goals as the cameraman tries to get himself settled here, and does. Ball out to Jordan now. Flaberdeen need to try and get a goal here. They really don't want to end this match with no goal scored. Jordan to Paul. Paul trying to get it past Gareth, but Gareth wins the ball. Plays it to Jonas. Jonas through on goal. He's elected to pass. Gareth now. Yes, he shoots and he scores, and it's 5-0 to Parmesan Belgrade, and that will be the last play of this match. Paul battling with Gareth there. Gareth comes out on top of the ball. Plays it across to Jonas, who's in great space there. Jonas, for whatever reason, didn't feel confident about taking the shot, but does find the ball to Gareth, who's still in space, and Gareth slots that away for 5-0 to Parmesan Belgrade. Final game of Week 9 sees Scrandinavia versus Flaberdeen. Both teams have struggled this weekend so far in their games, so this will be an interesting tie to see who can get out on top. Scrandinavia in red, Flaberdeen in blue. Both teams taking sub-penalties in this game as Chopper early on plays it across through to Cal. Cal now with the shot. Oh, early goal for Scrandinavia, unlike anything we've seen from them this week so far, and Cal there delighted with the great start from it. Chopper coming forward, tries to draw in Burnley, finds Cal in space. Cal then with that shot and reaches it past Des into the bottom corner. We'd like to just tell all users just to let you know that we did have some focus issues with the camera during this game, so if you do see some blurriness, we apologise for that, but it does fix itself before the halfway point of the video. And early on there, David losing the ball out after trying to pass it to Jordan. John coming to close down, but Jordan managed to see it back to the keeper. A throw out to Burnley there from in goals, and he tries to find Paul, but Paul can't get a touch on it. David will get the ball, and Craig battling there with Jordan. Flaberdeen still have the ball though in the Scandinavia half as they come forward. Paul trying to play it across goal, and no one there on the other side to pick it up. John now come forward with the ball from Scandinavia, tries to find Cal, but Jordan snuffs out that opportunity. Playing it off the boards, finds Burnley. Burnley with some clever footwork finds David as Jordan comes forward, but the shot is tame and Richie can get a touch on it. Burnley now, lovely footwork once again, trying to weave his way past the Scandinavia defence, but John picks up the ball, plays it through to Chopper. Chopper the shot! Oh, and off the post, cruelly for Chopper. He was through on through there with the keeper and hits it off the post after trying to slot it into the corner there, and it remains 1-0 to Scandinavia on the pitch. Chopper now taking the ball away from Jordan on the counter and finds Paul coming across to close him down. Chopper now trying to look for options, plays it through to Cal. Cal looked like there was trying to be a 1-2 there with the back heel, but David sees it well and snuffs it out. Cal coming to collect that ball, and Jordan has still got it for Flaberdeen though. Jordan now looking for options, finds David. David with the shot across goal, and once again no one there to pick up, and the attack ends. Apologies for the blur there, but it's come back in as Cal plays it across goal to Chopper, but Chopper can't get quite on that quick enough. Chopper now into the Flaberdeen corner, plays it across goal, and no one there either. Both teams playing some great balls across the box with no one on the end to get on the opportunity that's arisen. John now battling with Des, but plays it safely back to Richie now as the camera tries to focus in. Chopper now Picking up that ball, playing it back to Cal. Cal looking for options, finds Craig. Craig has that ball now. Jordan trying to pressure him, but finds Chopper. Chopper rolls Des there, coming in through on goal, plays it across, and just wide there from Chopper, and tries to play it back across goal, but it's not accurate enough and hits the side netting. David was about to roll that out quickly there to Jordan, but Burnley came across and stopped that opportunity. David now looking for options. Jordan comes short for it, and Flaberdeen can come forward. Burnley now. Burnley playing it through to Jordan, but it's been snuffed out by John. John with the early shot. Oh, and there we go. Oh, and it looks like there might be a penalty there, and the referee has blown for a penalty. Let's have a look at the slow-mo to see if we can figure out what the penalty's been given for. Well, it could be for David coming out the box as the goalkeeper. It could also be potentially the touch of the ball. It looks a bit like on the line there. Could be a bit harsh. And John tucks away the penalty for Scrandinavia. Could be a number of things there that might have been for the penalty, but it was given by the ref. John, no doubt about it, puts the ball away, and that is 2-0 to Scrandinavia. And they will be delighted with this lead after earlier performances, and Flaberdeen are needing to collect themselves before this game gets away from them. This game has not got much more than pride for Scandinavia, remember, as they've already been confirmed as champions, but Flaberdeen will be needing the points to ensure they can help secure their second place, as that beautiful long ball up to Craig is found there by John, but Craig can't get quite on the end of it, as John does now, and John puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Scandinavia. A fantastic performance by John in this match so far. Again, on his debut this week for Fat Fives, he is proving vital for Scandinavia in this game, and they are now 3-0 up. And Flaberdeen are going to have to collect themselves here, as I was saying, because this game's starting to run away with it now, being at 3-0. Jordan playing the ball to Des. Des with the early shot, bounced off the boards, and Richie plays it back to Chopper in goals. David in goals, rolling it out to Jordan. Jordan got Craig coming down, applying pressure, but Jordan with a lovely back heel finds himself some space up the line, playing it across into the middle to Burnley. Burnley, a couple of players closing down. Great work there from Burnley, and a great goal for Flaberdeen to get them back into this match. Burnley with 2, potentially 3 players there closing down as Richie was coming across there, and manages to get the ball out of his feet and a dink into the net to make it 3-1 on the pitch now. Richie with the ball, trying to play him back up the line to Cal. Cal has pressure there, but manages to find John. John to Chopper. Chopper up against Paul, manages to get past Paul there. Chopper now trying to play off the board and can't do it successfully, and it ends up back in the Flaberdeen keeper's hands. Scrandinavia coming forward. Cal to John. John through on. John with a great finish there, and that makes it 4-1 to Scandinavia, and that is John's hat-trick in this game if you include the penalty. Lovely ball from Cal to find John. John bearing down on goals, and a deftest of touch to stick it into the corner gives Scrandinavia their 4th goal and ensures that the comeback from Flaberdeen has been halted. Burnley coming forward now, finding Jordan. Jordan trying to play it across, but Richie intercepts. Cal to Richie. Richie now on loan, trying to apply the finish, and he does with another deft touch and makes that 5-1 to Scandinavia. Richie with his first goal for Scandinavia today, and manages to turn past Des there and just dink it into the bottom corner there to make it 5-1, and the handshake of appreciation between Cal and Richie there. 5-1 to Scandinavia, and this game is really starting to run away with itself for Scandinavia. Very surprising performance from that team given their early performances, and the ball comes across and Chopper's missed what seems to be an open goal, and he knows it there with that hand lifted to Richie. He knows he's missed that golden opportunity for a goal for himself. Richie now winning that ball, plays it to John. John now finds Chopper in space. Chopper lets it roll with the shot in off the post, and after the earlier open goal mistake there for Chopper, he makes amends by letting the ball run across him and gets it in off the post. Great play by Richie to win the ball. Paul seeing Chopper in space, and Chopper there with a slice of luck bouncing off the post after the same post denied him earlier on. 6-1 to Scandinavia. They've been relentless in this. You've got to give them credit for that. Much improved performance as Chopper wins that ball for Paul, but David then gets to block him. David up to Des. Des now in the corner, being pressured by John. Chopper now coming in on David. John still there and wins that ball. Finds Chopper. Chopper, John and Richie all up for Scandinavia. Richie now with the ball. Richie plays across to John. John with the ball and it goes into the back of the net there. 7-1 now for Scandinavia. Lovely play between the link-up of all three players. Richie collecting that pass from Chopper, playing that ball across the box. Paul can't get a touch on it, and John just putting it into the bottom corner, and nothing Jordan can do in goal to stop that. 7-1 Scandinavia, and Flaberdeen are looking like they are exhausted from this week. All credit to every single player this week. With the shortage of attendees, every player on the pitch has put in magnificent efforts, that has to be said, and no wonder these players are looking tired. They have been relentless for the entire fixtures we've had this week. Scandinavia now, Richie playing it to John, John playing it through, Jonas on the pitch now as a sub for Flaberdeen. Burnley managing to figure out where the ball is and keep it away from the Scandinavia attackers. Burnley with a lovely ball through, unfortunately Richie's picked it up there. Richie now with option, takes the shots, just wide of goal there. Cal will pick up the deflected shot, and another shot that bounces wide, and there's a bit of ball watching going on here from Flaberdeen. And like I said, no wonder with the tiredness, but they need to collect themselves as the balls are flying across their box. Cal not leaving it to Chopper. Chopper taking the shot, playing it out there the board and landing with John. John now coming forward to Chopper. Chopper now one-on-one, and Chopper sticks it away to make it 8-1. As he does the two-finger celebration there, the nice one, not the rude one, to indicate the 2 goals that he's got so far. John there, lovely roll away from Jonas, sees Chopper in space. Chopper with the left foot touch and then sticks it away with the right into the bottom corner. Jordan comes out there trying to close down, and you can see the peace sign there, but also showing that Chopper can indeed count up to the number 2. Chopper now tracking Jordan as Jonas plays the ball out to him there, and in the corner now, Jordan managing to get some space and to get away and to have the ball in the middle of the pitch to find Burnley. Burnley now, lovely footwork there, but John comes across, and the tackle there between John and Burnley. Burnley minted it straight away. Everything good between the players. You can see, yeah, a little scoop there. Nothing malicious. Burnley putting his hands up in the air, taking the ownership of the tackle. Good sportsmanship as John gets up. And the ball from Richie there to find Cal, but Cal can't apply the finish, and Richie with the shot bounces over the goals there. Jonas has managed to win the ball away from Cal, but John wins it back. Lovely footwork there, and another couple of back heels there for some flair. Plays it across to Chopper. Chopper being closed in by Jordan. Jordan versus Chopper, and Jordan looks like he's came out on top of that, as Chopper might have a little bit of an injury there. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Jordan coming up the wing there, trying to take on John, but John wins the ball back now in the middle. Cal can't get a touch. Even late in this game, things are still going back and forth at full pace. Richie across the Chopper. Chopper with the finish, and that's the 3 hat trick for him. John with the 4, Chopper with 3, and that makes the score 9-1 for Scandinavia. They have ran away with this game. Richie with a lovely ball across the box. Chopper just waiting for that ball to come across to be in the correct position that he can touch the ball and put that into the back of the net for his hat-trick, and he looked delighted. Flaberdeen now are going to get nothing out of this match, you have to say, with the time that is left. And Jordan there with the long speculative shot is booted away there by Chopper in goals. Burnley now collecting the ball, plays to Jordan. Jordan, great back heel. At times Flaberdeen have played some fantastic interchanging passing, but just cannot get anything in the finishing department. A ball across to Cal from John. Cal rolls it in, takes the shot just wide. John takes the shot, and it bounces in the goal and behind Des. And you can see Des' frustration there because he thought he had the save. Cal takes that ball in, rolls it past Jordan, then tries to take the shot himself just wide, but as it bounces off the board, John's in space, first time shot, gets it into the smallest of gaps, and that will be the end of it. 10-1 to Scandinavia on the pitch. Fantastic effort. And now look at the classified results with all the games complete. Parmesan Belgrade 7, Scrandinavia 0, Parmesan Belgrade 5, Flaberdeen -2, Scrandinavia 7, Flaberdeen -1. Turn attention now to the league table to see what that does to it. Scrandinavia have added another 3 points to their secure title win. Parmesan now have jumped over Flaberdeen into second place and now have a 3-point advantage over Flaberdeen. It's going to be interesting in the last couple weeks seeing Flaberdeen can take back that second place. Congratulations for Scrandinavia for winning Season 2, back-to-back title winners. Everybody is looking with keen interest to see what they can do next season. Fat Fives are looking for new players. If you are in the northeast of Scotland, Aberdeen area and want to take part, please check out our website fatfives.football and feel free to fill out the registration form. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you get notified when new videos are released.